And the day has finally arrived for our online demo of OnKey, specifically for the hotel and commercial sector. A huge thank you for taking the time out of your busy day to attend our 30-minute demo that is going to change how you view your facility management. I am Justine Pillay, and today my colleagues Helgard Pinar and Quintus Turan and I will walk you through the maintenance management software OnKey that aims to transform the hotel industry, making maintenance a stress-free activity behind the scenes. The chat will be open throughout the call, so feel free to type in your questions as we go along, and we will address them at the end of the session. Just for your reference, this call will be recorded, so you can tap into it at any time if you have missed it. So who are we, and why do we offer a solution for facilities management? We are Pragma. As a professional services company, we have provided expert advice to asset-intensive industries worldwide. Our extensive experience in reducing breakdowns on critical equipment, improving the performance of that equipment, and reducing maintenance costs has equipped us with the insights needed to develop our cutting-edge asset management system OnKey. Tailored for virtually any asset-intensive industry, OnKey is designed to revolutionize how you manage and maintain your assets. We are not just a software development company. We are maintenance and asset management specialists geared to help facilities like hotels and other commercial properties better manage their maintenance. Let's watch a video to get a bit of an insight into what value you can derive from using OnKey. Sure. Every time I watch this video, and I must have played it over 100 times in demos around the world, and every time I always get goosebumps because of this music. It somehow gives me the sense of possibility, because that's exactly what OnKey does. It unlocks possibility. Over the next 25 minutes, we're going to take you through some valuable benefits that you can gain from using OnKey in your facility. We truly understand your needs as a 24/7 operation, continually under pressure to keep your hotels in excellent condition, all while making sure you have happy and loyal guests. We know that three things are important for maintenance: simplicity, consistency, and visibility. We know that you want behind-the-scenes action of maintenance to run as smoothly as possible. OnKey can certainly help you with that. Your technicians and guests will have access to the simple tools to make relevant experiences better. We know that you really value consistency across your group processes because this ensures consistency of your brand. Guest experience should be the same walking into your hotel in Singapore as the same as it is walking into your hotel in Rotterdam or Cape Town. Visibility is crucial for you to have fast response times, allocating the right resource technician to the right room at the right time. Visibility that OnKey gives you will give you control over managing resource allocation, also helping you to manage reducing costs. I love staying in hotels. The soft pillows, the clean rooms, the crisp sheets, the wonderful air conditioning. I could go on. And the one thing that frustrates me the most after traveling for hours is that when I get to my hotel room and the aircon is making a sound, but there's just no air coming out. Then I have to call reception and hold for someone to help me. But Halcard has a great solution for this. Halcard, show us the service request app.
Yes, certainly. So just in exactly that, the service request app is used to log service requests. It's very simple to use. Some of our clients prefer only the internal people to make use of it. Others also allow some external users to log a service request. So how we're going to go about this is we're going to look at how it works, and you must look very closely because immediately after that, we're going to play with it. We're going to scan a QR code and log our own service requests and then look at it in the system. So this is how the service request app looks.
The Service Request app streamlines the process of creating work requests. The app ensures the requester can easily log work requests by scanning the QR code on the asset. Users can view open work orders for the same asset to avoid any duplication. Work that requires immediate action is prioritized by selecting the urgency. Photos can be uploaded to help with the planning of work. Ease of use encourages users to log work requests, which in turn helps improve the overall condition of your facilities and the user experience for your customers. Early detection of problems and the proactive approach also results in cost savings.
Okay, so that was your quick training. So all you now need to do is take your phone, switch on your camera, and scan this QR code. It will open the app for you. If it asks anything about a notification, you can just say allow and proceed. And then similar to in the video, you can go ahead and create a service request. I'll just keep this QR code here for a few seconds more. Then we're going to switch over to the OnKey system and see who's logged that first service request. Okay, I hope you have all now scanned the QR code. Let's have a look. Okay, so here I am in the system now. If I'm going to click the refresh button, I want to see if we have a successful winner. Let's go. And here we go. Quintus, you are first. Exactly 1 minute, a few 30 seconds ago. Justine, well done. So the point is, it's very simple. I mean, in less than a minute, we have 2 service requests that are successfully logged. Okay, now this is the screen that the planner would typically look at. The person who validates the request and gives the go-ahead and approve so that the work can then be executed. Surely you can get a duplicate, or you can get a work request that you decide to cancel. But the ones that are legit and the ones that you want to be fixed, this is the screen you would look at to see it. It's very simple to sort it per status. So now I can see all the work orders per status: approved and awaiting approval and to be performed. And another very important feature is that the work orders can be automatically allocated. So how it works, I'm going to use this one as an example. So I have a lot of information here. I can see this room 101 because that is the QR code that you have scanned. I see that the aircon is noisy, and I can see when the job was received on and when it is required by. I can also see a few more information, when it needs to start on, when it needs to be complete by. I can also see that this room is currently occupied. I can see that this is when it was read as occupied, and I can also see the future status. So the next future status that we see is it's going to be empty clean, and that is going to be tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Now, Quintus is the technician who is on shift in that time slot tomorrow. So what the system does, it automatically allocates the technician that is available when the room is available. And this makes it a lot easier for your planning department, that the system proposes. You can change it, but you can manage the exception, opposed to having to assign and look who's on shift and when is the room available, which saves our clients a lot of time.
This is simplicity in action for managing your maintenance, Halhard. Thank you for taking us through that. Really, really excellent. So you've seen one of the three ways that jobs enter the system. With the service request way, the breakdowns have been logged as a notification. Once a notification has been vetted, the technician is auto-allocated to a job based on skill and availability. He then goes out to fix the problem. Then what, Quintus?
Yeah, thank you, Justine. So I'm going to show you now the next step in the process where the technician receives the work order on their mobile device. So I'm just, for the purpose of the demo, using my desktop browser, but you can see here on my mobile app, I have received this notification or work order for room 101, and there's a fault that needs to be attended to. So for the rest of the demo, I'm just going to switch to desktop view to make it slightly easier. So once the work order is downloaded to the technician's device, the technician can use the application in offline mode. So even if there's no Wi-Fi or mobile connectivity, the user can still open the work order, do the feedback, and submit the work order. So once the technician opens up the work order, there's a few tabs to the left that can be filled in. And at the top here, you'll see there's a start button. So once the technician presses the start button, the work order status will change to show that it is in progress. So in the system, the planning department can see that the work has started. And the other function of clicking on the start button is that the labor record is automatically captured on the work order. So there's no need afterwards for the technician to fill in any labor. Then the technician can step through the various tabs. So that's all configurable. So this can be configured in line with the client's business processes and business requirements. So as an example, I'm just going to say the work is done. If there's multiple tasks on the work order, specifically like in preventive maintenance, the technician can step through the tasks and complete them. To the right, you'll see there's a radio button. If there's more tasks, maybe a list of inspections, the technician can tick all of that off. Then the technician can also fill in some failure analysis. So we know it's the air conditioning unit that is faulty. You can select what is the failure mechanism. So maybe the filter is clogged, the failure cause, it's very old, and the repair type replaced. And all of these drop-downs can be configured per asset type. So for a air conditioning unit, you can have certain values in those drop-downs. You can also make this mandatory, or you can hide it depending on what the requirement is. The technician can also add spares to the work order. If no spares are needed and the technician has filled in all the required fields, you can simply submit the work order, and if needed, a remark can be filled in. So we can say done as requested. And the next step then is sign off. So this is also not mandatory. It can be implemented depending on the process requirements. So there can be a first signature, and this could be perhaps the technician himself. And then there can also be a second signature. Maybe that's the FM manager, and you can also sign off on that. Once the sign off is done and the technician submits the work order details of what was done, including the signatures, is stored as a PDF on the work order in the OnKey system. Yeah, and that's how simple it is, digitalizing your workflow of receiving, executing work, and doing feedback.
Thanks, Quintus. This sounds like quite an easy to follow process to execute maintenance. We know just how maintenance technicians like simplicity in admin. They just want to perform their job, fix the breakdown, and on to the next one. It's also simple enough to be consistently applied across a number of different facilities. Another highlight of OnKey is that its functionality is underpinned by standard business processes and design to help with consistency, because consistency matters. When you want to move key resources across sites, this is when it counts. They can follow the same processes and execute maintenance tasks seamlessly. Helgard, in terms of the master data that's visible for the maintenance staff, can you show us how the asset register acts like a digital twin of the hotel?
Yes, certainly, Justine. So what I have here is the asset type functionality and the asset tree functionality. This is very, very powerful functionality. So how it works is on the left-hand side, on the asset type side, I create a template, if you like. So everything that is generic about the asset types and assets, I will configure on the asset type side. So what we did here is a room type, and this room type consists out of bed, television, air conditioning, fridge, an armchair, and so on. On the air conditioning, we also have a preventive maintenance task. And here on the asset side, I now have floor 1. This is a specific hotel. I have room 101, room 102, 103. Now, if we look at this room 101, you can see that it's got exactly the same things in it, the same assets, bed, television, air conditioning, and here is that same preventive maintenance task. So from a standardization point of view, this really sets you up for success. You can specify certain or specific types of rooms, and then when you link that type of room to your specific room, then it inherits all of these standards. If you update something on the asset type side, then it's going to roll out to the asset side. So from a standardization point of view, that helps a lot. But also from an implementation point of view, because many of our clients would typically not stick a QR code on the bed and on every single sub-asset, but rather on a room level. And then as you play it with the service request app, you can still select the specific asset, but it just speeds up the implementation time, a real turnkey project, and you can get going much quicker opposed to the other way.
So we covered how simple it is to use the service request app to log notifications of work. We saw the field engineer functionality to equip technicians in the field, allowing them to execute the work and input the feedback. All of this would translate into useful data, right? To help you make important decisions like repair versus replace, performance benchmarking, or even manage energy usage. Halkad, show us what OnKey offers in terms of visibility.
Yeah, so OnKey is extremely powerful when it comes to business intelligence or dashboards and reporting. So first, I just want to show you some general overview functionality, which applies to all of the business insights and dashboards that I'm going to show you. So first off is general functionality, and then we're going to look at hotel-specific dashboards, which we see our clients like specifically for the hotel environment.
One of the most significant advantages of the OnKey system is its reporting and business intelligence capabilities. We partner with cutting-edge reporting and BI technology providers for your OnKey system offering. Our client-centric approach is for our engineers to meet with you to garner insight into your specific business and reporting requirements to realize and extract value from the OnKey system. We have developed a list of standard dashboards ready to be used from the outset. These include models for asset reliability, financial insights, and work management. Each model consists of a set of dashboards. For example, the asset reliability model includes an overview, breakdown count, technical downtime hours, mean time to repair, a jackknife of asset failure, count against MTTR hours, and detailed records. The financial model includes an overview, total cost for breakdowns only, and detailed records. The work management model includes an overview, schedule attainment, statutory compliance, backlog, canceled work, percentage tactical work, work order distribution, work hour distribution, and detailed records. There are also standard reports to ease the task of planning, such as the long-term proposed work orders report, which you can generate into the future for as long as you like. During the implementation phase, your project engineer can set the targets per dashboard you wish to aim for example, 100%. It is easy to filter your information, apply the Pareto principle to ascertain where problem areas are, and drill down to the actual work orders. Clicking on the column header will sort the column and immediately show the few work orders that contributed most to the problem. Companies often say they can't get the reports and dashboards they require. With OnKey, this is not the case, as you can use our standard dashboards and reports. However, you may have additional reporting and dashboard requirements. In that case, you can either contract with us to change your dashboards or invest in a professional license and make your own customized views. It is as simple as that. Using the reporting wizard makes it easy to create your own views and add filtering criteria. It is also easy to set up automatic emails so that specific reports are emailed to the specified email addresses at set intervals. For example, send the statutory task compliance to the relevant manager at the end of the month. With this user-friendly reporting and BI functionality, you will save a lot of time on report compilation and administration, and you will be able to make informed decisions towards reduced risk, save time, and increase asset performance.
Okay, excellent. So all of these dashboards I'm showing now, they can also be automatically emailed, or the functionality that was discussed. This specific dashboard measures where non-urgent work successfully got combined with urgent work, because there's a travel cost saving. So in this particular example, there were 8,510 work orders successfully combined. Now, the average travel cost works out at 453, and that is real time today. So the model adjusts as travel cost gets more and less. So if you multiply the 8,500 work orders with the 453, then there's a travel cost saving of 8.3 million. You can also now filter this per hotel, per contractor, but we want to get that right behavior in place, that contracting companies look for non-urgent work when they do urgent work, so that travel cost saving could be achieved. The rework cost savings dashboard, how this works is the system knows when it looks like rework. So if the same contracting company does work on the same asset within a set date range, let's say 30 days, then the system will flag it as this looks like rework. It's not necessarily rework, but at least it draws attention to a person to then validate and confirm this was indeed rework or not. So in this case, there were 99 flagged work orders that appears like rework. Now, the average cost of a work order today works out as 6,291, but not all of them were confirmed as rework. Some of them were actually not rework. So only the ones which went through as a zero cost, they count for these realized savings in this example of 357,000. You can also now monitor this per hotel, per area, per contractor, and so on. This is the optimum maintenance mix dashboard. So how this works is it measures the ratio of preventive versus planned versus reactive work. Now, we see that planned maintenance, preventive maintenance, is cheaper than reactive maintenance. And you can also now see on different asset types how the ratio gets more or less. So for all work orders, the average of planned maintenance was 4,356, and for reactive maintenance, 5,641. So that implies that the realized saving is 99 million. But this will help you a lot if you are setting targets, if you are deciding what must this ratio of planned versus unplanned maintenance be. Should it now be 90-10 or should it be 80-20? And what will the financial implication be thereof for a specific asset type? Then the mean time to repair was referred to as MTTR. That is the turnaround time, how fast work gets done. And this is what we want to see. We want to see that this trend goes down. As you measure and as you use dashboards and as you discuss it with people and contracting companies, you want to create the right behavior so that work gets done quicker towards that improved customer experience. This dashboard, it's often displayed in planning offices. It gives you a holistic view of the total work order count for your hotel, which are open, which are closed, how many were successfully closed within the service level agreement, which of them are approaching the SLA so that you can act on it before it's too late. What does the labor time look like? Where have we seen a lot of overtime, kilometers traveled, space used? So this is a very good view to put up in planning offices for a holistic view. And then from an energy consumption point of view, how it works is the system integrates with meters. So in this example, it's an electricity meter. So you can now see your electricity consumption per month, per week, per day, per minute, per second. You can also apply the same dashboard and meter functionality for let's say water usage.
Alfred, this dashboard holds quite significant potential for managing sustainability efforts for your hotel. By tracking your energy consumption in OnKey, you can make informed decisions to reduce your usage. This in turn translates to lower greenhouse gas emissions, ultimately supporting a hotel's goal to reduce their carbon footprint. Quite a bit of potential. 30 minutes ago, you were imagining how could you transform your hotel's maintenance operations with a tool that offers simplicity, brand consistency, and powerful visibility. Now you don't have to imagine it. OnKey can help you achieve all of this and more, unlocking significant value and efficiency, all while you delight your guests' experience. Don't miss out on the opportunity to elevate your hotel's performance. Contact us today to learn how OnKey can revolutionize your maintenance processes and take your sustainability efforts to the next level. And if you reference this session, you will be rewarded for your proactiveness with a 20% discount on your implementation fee for your first site, obviously subject to certain conditions. Let's have a look at the chat and see if we can answer some of your questions.
I don't see any questions currently, Justine. So I think we probably explained everything well enough. But as you mentioned, if anyone wants to have an in-depth discussions afterwards, please feel free to contact any one of us.
Absolutely. I think the next slide has our contact details. But feel free to reach out to us on LinkedIn or via our email addresses. Thank you very much for your time, and we look forward to hearing from you to nab that 20% discount.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good day.
Thank you, everyone.